This is Lake Natron in Tanzania, and it's one of the most inhospitable bodies of water on Earth. Its alkalinity is so extreme that it can turn anything that enters it to stone. Why aren't all the animals that live around it dead? Stick around, and you'll find out. You're watching Wilds But True with Malcolm Walker. When you think of lakes, you probably imagine calm, cool bodies of water, surrounded by lush greenery, teeming with life. But that's not the case for Lake Natron. It's hot, like really, really hot. And it doesn't have much in the way of greenery. In fact, it's so hostile that it can turn living creatures into statues. But what makes this lake so crazy? Let's start at the beginning. Way back when, about 3 million years ago, there was a volcanic eruption. The ash created a massive crater. Over time, this crater filled with water and became the lake we see today. But because of the volcanic ash, the water isn't like other lakes. It has a pH level of around 10.5, which makes it extremely alkaline. To put that in perspective, the pH of seawater is around 8.5, so Lake Natron is twice as alkaline as seawater. This alkalinity comes with some pretty intense side effects. If you were to take a swim in this lake, the high pH levels would burn your skin, but that's not even the worst of it. If you were to accidentally ingest some of this water, your stomach would be no match for it. Acids and bases are ranked from 0 to 14. The lower the pH, the stronger the acid. The higher the pH, the stronger the base. A pH of 7 is neutral. Anything above that, and you have an alkaline substance. Bases work by removing protons from a solution. The stronger the base, the more protons it can remove. So substances with a high pH have a strong affinity for protons. The pH scale is logarithmic, meaning that each whole number represents a 10-fold difference. So a pH of 10 is 10 times more alkaline than a pH of 9, and 100 times more alkaline than a pH of 8. Now, if you've ever played with baking soda, you may have noticed that it's a little bit slippery to the touch. That's because it's slightly alkaline. Alkalinity allows it to bind with the oils on your skin, making it feel slippery. Baking soda is a weak base with a pH of around 9. Lake Natron, on the other hand, is a strong base with a pH of 10.5, so it's even more slippery. But unlike baking soda, it's so slippery that it can break down rock. The reason why Lake Natron is so alkaline is because of all the minerals in it. When the lake water evaporates, it leaves behind a bunch of salts, including sodium carbonate. This salt is super alkaline, and it just so happens to be the main ingredient in baking soda. So over time, the salts have turned Lake Natron into one giant vat of baking soda. Except, instead of being mildly abrasive, it's so alkaline it can burn through flesh and turn animals to stone. So how do the animals that live near Lake Natron survive? Well, it turns out that some organisms actually thrive in this environment. One of them is the lesser flamingo. Every year, 2.5 million of these pink birds migrate to Lake Natron to breed. For flamingos, alkaline lakes are a great place to raise their young. The high pH levels make it hard for predators to survive, so it's a safe place for baby flamingos. Plus, there's plenty of food to go around. Algae and other microorganisms that live in the lake are a great source of protein for flamingos and their babies. These organisms are also pink, so they give the flamingos their signature rosy hue. In fact, Lake Natron is the only place on Earth where the lesser flamingo breeds regularly. That makes it a pretty special place, even if it is a little bit, crazy. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you want to see next. If you liked this video, be sure to check out our other videos about nature's craziest places. From the deadliest deserts to the most venomous lakes, we've got you covered. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn something new.